Hello, this is Francis from McCaffrey Crafts, and today I thought I'd do one of the walking videos which I'd done before in the past, and you guys seem to like it. So let's go on a walk from my shop and see where we go. Alright, I'll come back here again in a while. Okay, so I'm just coming out of my shop now, and here's the bridge into Killorglin. It's always full of traffic at this time of year with a lot of tourists coming across the bridge. So if you're approaching Killorglin, you would like come over across this bridge. So here you have a few kind of, this building beside me is for rent if someone wants it. I think there's a vape shop going in there for some strange reason. There's not too much going on over there. There's a second-hand type of shop right beside me as well. Here we have Valvy's pub, which is taken over by a coffee and can't remember his wife or something. They've just taken over that pub as well. Here's always tricky to cross the road, so let's see if we get a chance to do that now in a second. These guys will leave me, or if not, we'll walk up the town. Let's see now. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. There's the KYEDS, where all the dodgy teenagers go. Just kidding. Special teenagers, we call them. Here you have Tweak. I had the misfortune of working there. Very eccentric director. There's the Vine Coney, which seems to be doing all right. Here we have Jack's Bakery, which has been run by a very nice Polish couple who are really genuine, nice people. Crowley's over there as well. Vine Coney. In order to go up the town, be less people, let's go around the town. So here's kind of like a back road, or like a bypass around the town. If you just want to get around it quicker, you kind of go around this road. You can see some of the sites. They're building like they have a town park over there. So must go walk in the town park someday and make a video of that. The weather's been pretty shitty for the last while. As you can see, it's pretty cloudy and rainy for the last 2 weeks. So I haven't been able to go out or do any walks or different things like that. So this road is called Crow's Road, in commemoration of I think it was Joe Crow, passed away. Pretty sure. I remember it was renamed. It used to be named a different road. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I can't remember because I was away from Killorglin for a number of years. I always be looking for wood, but most of it here is kind of not useful at all. Here's a place where you can park sometimes. It's handy. Like you might be able to get a space because parking in Killorglin has got a bit problematic and annoying to be doing as well. Let's see now. Go up here. There's some of the tidy towns, but they haven't really paid any attention to cleaning up this area. There's a monument and there's a tidy town sign there as well. See now, all this area kind of needs to be a bit maintained and stuff as well. Some young saplings there. So like we're coming around now to the church, but we might walk around a different way. Might walk straight on across by the Iron Bridge and around the back of the school. Might be a nicer way to do it as well. And usually I go walks when I need to clear my head from the stick making, when I need to think of some ideas or try to think about things. I think walking is one of the best things to do. I kind of like to walk on my own. I prefer that as well. This is quite a good story. I should actually go through it there someday, about the Ballycassan tragedy that happened in Good Friday. Here's a commemoration of it as well. The first casualties of the 1916 rising happened in Killorglin. Not a story that is in too many of the history books, but it's a fact. and it's something there that I'll go down to the monument, and I'll actually make a video of that probably this week. Oh, surprise guest appearance. Look, sunshine. It's rare. It's rare, man. The weather's been really annoying the last 2 weeks, man. It's been like neither here nor there, like. But 2 miles or 3 miles maybe down that road is the Ballycassan Monument. There's the old Catholic church over there, but we'll walk down this way and make a video going down here. You can do like a walk to Ballycassan Monument down through there. So this is kind of like a handy way if you just want to like take a nice scenic route back. There's a river Lown down there. You have the Iron Bridge. There was actually a good rail service connecting Killorglin that finished in the 60s as well. Riverbank lodges. You know, so a few more for sale for 300 grand. Property prices I think are a bit inflated at the moment. There you have the scary Japanese knotweed everyone's terrified of. Dun, dun, dun. No, the knotweed is going to tear down my house. It's really funny about Japanese knotweed. Is like, I know it's annoying and stuff like that, but you can't eat the leaves if there's a zombie apocalypse going on. But you can't stop it, man. It just keeps growing. They've sprayed this area and everything, but it just keeps coming back. You're never getting rid of Japanese knotweed. Yeah, like, you know, you can't get planning permission for like for if you want to like build an extension onto your house, or you want to like, you know, get, there it is again, a load of the old Japanese knotweed. They're always spraying it with like the worst ever chemicals, man, that obviously is bloody seeping down into the river. But yeah, you can't get planning permission if you have Japanese knotweed on it. There's like, look, it's like everywhere, man. It's like everywhere there, all the Japanese knotweed. That's always going to be causing issues for people. But yeah, so just be careful, like if you're buying some property in Ireland that's near a river, because it seems that it spreads all down throughout the rivers and the riverbanks. I see it all the time, always along the kind of riverside. Japanese knotweed is just kind of like spreading along and going all the way down, just carried in the wind, and it spreads like crazy. There's a Luau house where all the women do their chanting to the moon and all that kind of stuff in the water. I don't know what it is. That's what the reputation. Someone told me that's what goes on there, so I don't know if it's true or not. They just do these kind of classes and crystals and Reiki magic kind of stuff or something. I don't know. I don't understand it. But anyway, they do it in there. Let's see what's up here now. Go up through this area. Might walk around here, wherever we think is quiet. People don't like you recording, thinking you're nosy or thinking you're doing something. So there's the Iron Bridge as you go across back to where I live. But today we might walk up here, see what's up here. See if someone walking a bit. We'll give them a moment. You can enjoy some of the scenery. Any teenager would be familiar with the Iron Bridge. So every teenager who's 14, 15, 16 gets a few cans of beer and goes under the Iron Bridge and has a few scoops. Smokes a bit of the wacky tobacco stuff too. You'd smell there on a Friday night. Teenagers come here as well, have a few scoops. The ones that can't get into the bar. I think every town has that kind of issue as well. But here they don't cause too much trouble. Just having a bit of a thing. But anyway, there's a bit of whitethorn. There's actually a load of whitethorn up here along the way. There's not much in the walking stick things here. Well, you can use a few of these things, but as I said, like whitethorn, hawthorn, whatever you want to call it, it's such a common wood because it's common, it's easy to get, and it's like grows things. I don't put value in it. I kind of like the wood that takes a bit more effort to get. Like, it's hard enough to get blackthorn, it's very hard enough to get oak that has something for a walking stick. Most of the oak is quite mature. The oak forestry as well, you can't go in and cut it. Holly I like is my new love wood. Holly, I think holly's an interesting enough wood. It's tricky enough to get. It's not like as common as you think. You know, here you have another one as well. You can see there's a lot of these trees up here as well, and here's a walk that I can do. See a few people anyway. They can see that I'm talking away to myself as I walk along and make one of these walk videos. We'll switch the camera over here. There's people walking by, taking notice of them. And keep it quiet now for a second, and then we'll continue it. All right, here's the school that I went to, Shillelagh, which has plenty of beatings from teachers throughout the ages. I think most people my age in their 40s would remember when I was in school had no problem with thumping, kicking, and beating the old kids with a stick. Teachers smoking in the classroom, and like most kids, I was similar to others. Never a fan of that school as well. There's one or two teachers that were sound, like your man Falvey, who's probably passed earlier in the video. He was a teacher. He was sound. He was kind. Wasn't a dick. A lot of the other teachers, dicks, completely. Used to do things that would probably get him arrested now. Bad school before, man. My opinion. That's why I give these teachers such a hard time when I have these parent-teacher meetings. But it's not as bad as secondary school. Secondary school was even worse. I think most people don't enjoy their secondary school experience, but as you get older, you realise the teachers were kind of wasters. You know, we had teachers coming in, smelled of alcohol. They could barely like hold the chalk and things like that. So, other teachers that were fond of the female students and things like that. So we'll just continue on here now. I will make this video. Let's go up here now, and then we'll continue the walk around in a loop so you guys can see what I'm up to. So it's like there's plenty of good walks around Killorglin. You just have to kind of know what a route to do. You can go around, you can walk for as long as you can, for an hour or two around here as well. Just keep this over here. There's people walking now. Let's continue this for a second. Alright, some Thai people. I recognize the Thais, don't know who they are. So we have the kids' playground. It's back into the town again. Just open around here. You can go way up around some hill too, kind of go for a walk. Alright, continue on from this direction. You guys can get an idea. Sun Hill. All the people that were a bit more well off were seen to be living back when I was younger. I was seen as the posh area. Glenbeigh too is the posh area. Not anymore. So then you have the playground. I don't want to be seen taking pictures of the playground. That looks a bit creepy. Walk down here. This is the big employer in town, Fexco, over the years. Brian McCarthy's business. Most people who from Killorglin might have passed through there. Very low pay salaries, extremely low, like minimum wage type of call center type of place was the lion's share of their recruitment for the 90s and 2000s and all the way up. They had like contracts like the Ford Gosh, the Coca-Cola, Western Union, Aer Lingus, all of these different contracts and stuff as well. and to do the foreign exchanges. These guys took a beating over COVID, like, you know, and then their Davy stockbroker deal didn't go through either, which they were counting on. So their financials aren't the best from when I looked at their published accounts. But you know, they've been going for years, and the son is pretty kind of an intelligent guy, so you know, he'll figure something out anyway. He was always a pretty intelligent guy at school, and you know, he's more like an engineer. He wouldn't be the most kind of talkative. You see him in an interview. See, now we come back into here, the town, and I walk around this way for a change. T-Bar Road down there. Across the way we have a few shops that you can see as well. We have the Farm and Pet Supply. It's the St. Vincent's de Paul, where, you know, they sell second-hand stuff and different things. And I know a lot of people that like to work in those type of stores. You know, they get the good stuff in, and then not in this store, I don't know, but I know in other places you'd see them putting on stuff on eBay pretty fast. That was always a way to make money. But anyway, that's besides the point. There's the Manor Inn, where I used to run my comedy events, until the owner said he didn't like me promoting supernatural events, which is nonsense, because the Manor Inn was this Manor Inn was classified as a haunted house. So I ran some comedy events advertising as a haunted place, and he said he didn't want me to do that. But it's kind of ironic, because they used to bring down groups of 40 people from ghost hunters to used to stay with them, and they used to do it anyway. So, like, you know, they advertised it themselves and brought down groups of 40 people, but you know, they were just bad. That I would bring. It was always the same in Killorglin. Like about 10 years ago, I brought down a load of comedians for here's the handy place. Well, it's got issues with the roof. I checked the place out. It's 180,000, and it's hard to get planning for doing what I wanted. I looked at that place before. Also, you know, there's a bit of a right way here. There's a few issues anyway, which stopped me from buying that place about a year ago. Cross over here now in a second. I'll go through Ivra Park. Walk around for a while as well. So here's like a housing estate, Ivra Park, which had reputation as the roughest and toughest estate in Killorglin. The Hood, which I grew up in, which wasn't the case at all. It's the usual type of things. A few alcos, a few domestic abuse guys out there. They're hitting their wives and stuff, but you know, it wasn't as crazy as a place in the city. So at one point in time, this had a bit of a reputation anyway. I don't think it's anymore. It's turned into like an old person's kind of estate. Everyone got old. Teenagers have moved on, had their own lives, just like me now. With for a while it was like that. Here you have the fire station as well. The mountain rescue used to be in there. Just get all the tadpoles and different things as well. I'll show you my old childhood home. I kind of grew up in this housing estate in Killorglin, which is up here. Like all of this, where all these houses are here, used to be just fields with long grass, and we used to like play hide and seek in the long grass, and used to collect frogs down there as well. There was a pond. There was none of these buildings here as well. There was just a few houses here up at the top, and then these were all fields around us. And used to just play football every day outside the house with the ball. That was how summer holidays were for an Irish kid in the 80s and 90s. Just kick the ball every day around the place. This would be like Ivra Park anyway. I have Mountain Ash, a rowan tree for you guys. That house there with the red door, that should be my old gaff, my own place. Used to play football all the time here as well. Used to be friends with a guy, Timmy. He's my best friend. I used to be the mad people that lived over there. There was a dog called Sheba. He used to attack everyone. He used to bite the kids and everything. And then like there was this alcoholic that lived up there to get his dole money and go drinking every Thursday, come back, start punching, fist fight with his uncle. Two of them have a big fist fight there, and all the kids we would be sitting there watching while there's all fist fights going on here as well. So that was I was growing up here as well. Most Irish people are quite comical and things as well, but I don't know, I suppose, like, you know, there's some stereotypes that are associated with Ireland with fighting and violence and drinking and stuff, and you know, sad as I am to admit it, I've seen a lot of that kind of carry on go on as well, which can be a little bit unusual. So just walk down here now. Ivra Park, a few places as well. Walk down here and around, should be quiet enough. I wonder how long this video is before it's 20 minutes before it conks out. See if I can get down here and down to Langford Street. I'll be able to get the video down as far as here. So there's a family resource centre over here. There's my dad's best friend, used to live over there before he passed away. He's a great guy, Robert Gamble. A great guy, helped people out. You know, he got the resource centre and stuff here as well. It's actually, like, you know, he used to help my dad and do things and not like ask for anything in return. You know, those type of men and guys, I think, is missing in society now. Everyone's become a little bit more selfish and stuff. So come around here now. Oh, this house, some bad dude was in there. Don't want to go into that story, man, but bad dude who did bad things got done for it, rightly so. Too bad for saying on here, but anyone who's from Killorglin knows. Anyway, I'll keep continuing on here. My cousins used to live there, and Halloween was fun on this housing estate. We would get to walk around, knock on the doors and get money, and then when we got enough money, we would go down to the video store in Langford Street and rent some horror movies. My mom used to do home help for the old ladies that lived in this house. I think it was some old lady called Harrington, and I can't remember the lady of the other. They have the family resource centre. Do like classes and stuff like that as well. Areas where my best friend, or is it this house, I can't remember, Steve Quinn, when I was a teenager, used to hang around drinking with him. He was a drinker and a fighter too much. I wasn't into the fighting side, but he was fun to, we listened to the same music and different things like that. Grew apart as he got older. Here's where all the dodgy teenagers used to hang out before. The four drug dealers in town used to always sit there in that wall back in the 80s and 90s. And there's always drama walking down here, like as a teenager, or as like when I was younger. All the older kids used to hang around here, and if you're walking down trying to get to the video store, you know, they'd be trying to take whatever money you had, or, you know, the usual type of thing. And look, at even though I knew the dangers of walking down here, if I wanted to get a video, I was like, the hell with this, I don't care. If I get punched, if I get hit, I want to go get a movie and I want to go back. No matter how annoying it was, and I got tied to that tree one time by this little midgety guy, and like he thought he was really tough because he had like 3 guys with him, and I still would come down here all the time. Eventually, like, they just kind of, he's just coming, he's not gonna, they just left me alone. Then after a while, attacked you a few times, fought back a few times, never won, of course. Guys are bigger and I was always tiny. Here you have Langford Street. All these, my aunt lives up there. Here you have, this used to be a sports shop when I was a kid. Sean Taft's hairdresser. He used to live 3 doors up from me. He's done pretty well for himself. You know, he knows how to do business. He understands marketing. So he's got quite successful there. We'll walk down this way. This is down through Langford Street. Down here you'd have Wells Yard, which was the hardware store. It used to be for many years. It's been closed now for some time. I don't know, I think they're building some housing estate for old people or something in there. Can't remember. My dad knows all that kind of gossip as well. Here we continue as well. Here you can see interesting marketing. Cheapest man in Kerry. Brand geeks used to be my neighbours. Marketing dudes. He's done well from South Chris. Used to be printing mugs. Complete mug. Now one of the top marketing companies in Ireland, I think. I suppose anyway. There's a beer garden where all the teenagers try to go. Making this video here, and something in the doorway giving me a death look. You can see now we have Boyle's over here. Port Neil's, very famous. If you want an old style bar, that's where you get in town. Pods as well. There's the old Boyle's, used to be across the way. Okay, we walk back now down towards my shop. Starlight Diner. We have Champs across the way. And in the town, we have Quillen's. Handy for fish and chip. And the old cop shop. There's like a cafe across the way. James the Barber, soundest man in town. Everyone likes him. You just go in there for a haircut, man. Get talking to James. Like, you know, he used to be a politician. He's a good guy. He's about 4 years younger than me. In my brother's class at school. Chicken Zone. The kids are always teasing that place, but it's actually alright. Like, Starlight. Everyone remembers the Starlight? It's been up for sale, man, for about 3 years. Starlight was the chip shop. The old Forge used to be famous for serving all the teenagers in town. I got served in there when I was 15, man, and I looked 12. Times are changed. There's the Kingdom. Mulva Hills. Used to be the family doctor and stuff. There. Tried to rent a place before at the back here for my wife's business. He said he'd rent it for us, and then he changed the rent. And then it was just happened before COVID, so it was a blessing in disguise. We'd been caught with it as well. So lucky he decided to he didn't want me in there for some reason. Here's the where my wife used to have her business there as well. Landlord was anyway a little bit tough to deal with. There you have the street there. Nick's restaurant. It's changed hands now, and I don't know what they're doing with it, man. It's a nice property in town. Sold for $1 million, then was sold for 400,000. So I don't know if it's going up for sale again. Back here, there's Tweak. There's a Brazilian guy inside that window that's sound out, man. He's come down to my shop a good few times. Good guy from Brazil. If you watch this video, which he probably does. There's Crowley's as well. Let's see, now we'll cross out here. As you can see, there's a bit of a free-for-all at these roundabouts. No one knows what to do, who is the right way. Everyone just kind of goes into it and does their own thing as well. Here we can walk down here a bit and see where this brings us. It's less than time. There's Crowley's. Dominic does your bedding and sheeting. If you want something there. This is kind of where I usually park down this way, because the parking wardens are actually, there's a new parking warden in town now, and I think she's better. The guy Kyle was a dick. You know, I even wrote a complaint in about him twice, but nothing was ever done. You know, he told me to F off several times, you know, and things like that, unprovoked. He was it's anyone, I suppose, who's dealt with the former traffic warden will agree with me about he's a dick of the highest order. Goodbye, Coyle. If you watch this, you can, you know, I stand by everything I say, and I've nothing I said here I wouldn't say to your face. Here we have the car park. I looked over there for wood and stuff. Nothing too exciting. We'll walk down here now and see what's going on. All the way to the car park we usually go. So walk down here now, and then we'll finish this video. Then bring you down to the river. Hey, how's it going? Good. So we'll just finish up the video at the end here. We just get to the river. So again, like here's kind of handy enough for car parking. It's very hard to get car parking up the Fairfield, but we'll finish it down here with the lawn and a few final thoughts. Just me rambling for 30 minutes, just giving you a really silly tour of Killorglin as well. Keep Killorglin clean. Alright, we'll go down here and we'll have a little look down here. This place is all overrun. They cleared it up a bit, it'd be nicer for a walkway too. And here we have, look, we'll finish with Swan. There we go. So, thank you for joining me for this walk. You have a swan there. It's the final end to the video, which is quite good. Get some, as you can see, look, Killorglin's a nice place. There's loads of lovely places to walk around as well. Call in to me and say hello anytime. I'm there in the mornings, like, but I'm not always there. I can get a lot of people calling to the shop and thinking that I sit there all day waiting for them to come. If you want to come, just tell me the day or two beforehand so I can make sure I'm there. That's the road to Clarny. Most people come in and the first thing they see is the county bridge, where they see all of that. Forget all the Japanese knotweed, which is making everyone freak out. And we'll finish the video there on the Swan. Alright, Swan. Alright, see you guys later. I'm going to swan off home now.